The presentation is just to give you a short overview of how to apply to master study programs. I'm gonna talk briefly about the deadlines and dates you need to remember, very briefly about the tuition waivers, fee reductions. Then one of the hot topics is always the English language requirements, and also the educational documents, country-specific requirements for different documents. And when we have time at the end, then we will also check the website of the university to see where you can find more information about how to apply to our programs. So the application deadline for master programs is 15th of March. And the results will be announced by the end of April. And non-EU students need to arrive to Tartu already on 24th of August at the latest to be ready to start the semester on 31st of August. So these are the important dates to remember. I remember also that we don't accept late arrivals to the academic year. So we offer this year 25 master programs in English in all our 4 faculties. On our homepage, you can scan this QR code. You can find a search engine where to look for different faculties, different levels, what programs are offered. So then tuition fee waivers and fee reductions. Those of you who have maybe applied to us already before or have read the information on our website, we have stopped offering tuition fee waivers to non-EU students. These are not available anymore. Many master programs offer full tuition waivers to European citizens. Students from the Switzerland, European Union member countries, European Economic Area countries can study for free in some of the master programs. Some faculties and some programs also offer tuition fee reductions, starting from the first or from the second semester, based on the admission score when the reduction starts from the first semester, or based on the average grade when it starts from the second semester. The reductions can be 25% or 50% or 100% of the fee for one semester. It depends on the program. And the reductions are awarded for one semester at a time. So after each semester, your results are reassessed again. You don't apply for those reductions extra. Students in the program are just ranked based on their results of the previous semester, and then they will be informed whether they receive the fee reduction or not. So it means in general, non-EU students have to plan to cover their full tuition in our master programs. Reductions can be a bonus, what you might receive, but they are never guaranteed. But to see exactly what details apply for which program, please see the program websites. Now let's check the English language requirements. These are the same as also in the previous years. For TOEFL IBT test, until January 20, the minimum required score is 75. TOEFL will change its grading and scoring system next Wednesday. So in the new system, the minimum score, what we are going to require is 4.0 for speaking. Also 4.0 for other parts, writing, listening and reading, the minimum score will be 3.5. IELTS academic minimum requirement is 6.0 and no part can be below 5.5. Cambridge English test minimum requirement 169 and Pearson academic 59. Again, please see the requirements explained also on the university website. So, in case of some countries, we also accept the state exam results, what you have done at the end of your high school. If you graduated high school in Estonia, Latvia, or Lithuania, minimum B2 level is required. If you graduated from high school in Finland, the state exam is also accepted. And if you're already residing in Estonia and are able to come to Tartu to take our own language test, you're welcome to do that before you submit your application. This is a test what is offered only here in Tartu on campus. It's not online. So we have also a few exempt categories when it comes to the English test requirements. The language requirement may be waived if you have completed either your secondary education in English or you have studied in English as a full-time student in the university on campus only in one of those countries. In a country that is European member country or Switzerland, or you did all of that in the UK, in the US, in Canada, Australia, or New Zealand. It means that if you completed your secondary education or you studied in English in another country, even if it was in English, you still have to submit one of the international language tests, what I just spoke about in the previous slide. It's also possible to waive the English requirement if you studied in IB diploma program or you studied in European baccalaureate diploma program. Or if you graduated from high school with A-levels in the UK, or the certificates were issued, for example, by Pearson or Cambridge, only by UK official institutions. So even if there are certificates with similar names from other countries, these are not considered for English waiver. So common mistakes which can happen during your application. Again, we are talking about the English requirements. If you submit a test result that is absolutely not accepted, for example, Duolingo, you will be asked to submit one of the tests we actually accept. Please don't submit test result that is expired. Note that we accept only results of tests which have been taken no more than 2 years before applying. Or if your test result was below the required minimum, in that case, we also don't accept it. Please remember also that we don't accept medium of instruction letters from previous universities where you have studied. These are not accepted. So, and also if you studied in another country in English, but it's not an EU member country, it's not Switzerland, Canada, US, UK, Australia, or New Zealand, you can't request a waiver. So educational documents is obviously a very important part of your application. It's important to be very careful and specific about it. When you apply for master studies, we need to see your bachelor degree documents. So you need to submit officially certified copy of your bachelor degree diploma and diploma supplement. In different countries, these documents might have different titles. What we require is the degree certificate and final transcript in the original language of your country and of your educational system, and also supported by official translation of those documents into English. If you're right now studying in your final semester, and when you are going to receive your final graduation documents in summer, you are still very welcome to apply. In that case, if you get accepted to our programs, you need to submit your final graduation documents by end of July. Educational documents for specific countries are explained on our website. There is a long list of countries. If you're, for example, from United States or from the UK or Azerbaijan, for your country, there are very specific requirements explained on our website. So before you start applying, please read carefully those requirements. So very briefly about what are the certified copies and translations. Sometimes applicants are confused about what we mean by that. As certified documents and copies, we consider documents that are certified by the authorities of the issuing university, bearing their original handwritten signature and the wet ink stamp. Or the copy can be also prepared by a notary based on the true originals the notary has examined. But here you need to remember that for some countries, there are special requirements. For example, in case of US, the transcript has to be sent directly from your university to our university, and a copy certified by a notary is not accepted. So again, I can't stress it enough that please read the country-specific requirements. What is a certified translation? It's either a translation which is made by the university who issued your documents and is confirmed by them by a handwritten signature and a wet ink stamp, or it's a translation that is prepared by a sworn translator or by a notary office. So sometimes we have students who already have a master's degree and want to do another master's here. In that case, they need to submit both bachelor and master documents. Bachelor degree documents are always mandatory to submit, even if you already have one master. So here are 5 most common mistakes I would advise you to avoid. not reading the country-specific requirements, please pay attention to them and make sure you know what is required from your country. If you don't find your country in the list on the website, it means the general requirements apply to you. Certified copy and certified translation of your bachelor diploma and final transcript. Missing translations. If your documents were originally not in English but in another language, you need to add translations. If the documents were in two languages, in your native language plus English, then you don't have to have them extra translated. Not submitting officially issued documents. Remember that we don't accept screenshots or printouts of your school portals, of your study information systems, or other online tools you might have in your university. Official documents are those which are issued by your university, either on paper, signed by hand, or if they are issued electronically, they have to bear items which help us to verify them. And if you upload your documents to the DreamApply portal where you complete your application, always remember to submit all pages, also the back sides, because in educational documents, there are usually important information also in the back and the back side. Also, please remember that you need to scan those documents, not just take photos with your phone. We examine all your documents very carefully. We need to be able to read what is written on them. So please use a scanner, or if you don't have that, at least a scanner app on your phone, which gives you better quality. So what are other things to keep in mind? Read carefully the admission requirements. In some programs, there are essays or CVs or even short videos required, and those need to be added to your application. Make sure that your motivation letter or CV or video follows the program instructions. In all our programs where motivation letter is required, there are specific instructions how to write it. So please make sure you have read it. Note that some programs have also very specific pre-requirements regarding your previous studies. It's quite obvious, but remember not to use AI when you prepare your documents and write your motivation letters. And also remember that we require application fee from everyone. Please use wise application for the transaction. And also remember that the university is currently not collaborating with educational agents. You need to apply yourself, fill the application yourself on DreamApply and submit it. Of course, also respect the deadline. The deadline is fixed and we don't accept late submissions. I briefly mentioned the application fee. This is 100 euros. You can apply for 2 programs in one intake. If you come from the countries listed here on the slide, please use wise application to pay your fee. Applicants from other countries can also use credit card payment on our website or bank transfer. But applicants from the countries listed here can't pay with credit card, can't pay with bank transfer, but only via Wise. So the application portal is already open. DreamApply portal, we are still using it. This is very convenient for you to keep track of your application. And that is the last slide. I wish you good luck with your application. If you have any questions, send us an email, or you can also use the contact form or on our homepage. And I wish you good luck with working on your application. Right now, I will switch to our homepage, ut.ee/English, admissions, degree search is the search engine where you can look up our programs. Let's see, you want to apply for, or you need information about our master programs in English offered in Tartu. And then if you scroll down, you will already see all the programs offered on master level English. So let's check, for example, computer science, very popular program what we have. You see here a short reminder of all the deadlines. How long does it take? It's a 2-year program. The tuition fees are listed here. There is a lot of information here. You can see here in these gray bars, you find information about the course content. You can read about every single course in this program and make up your mind whether you want to apply for this program. But today, important for us are the admission requirements. So computer science is one of those programs where we require very specific previous education. You need to have a bachelor degree, or you're gonna have the bachelor degree by the end of July this year, either in computer science or information technology, software engineering, computer engineering, information systems, or in a related field. And if you studied another major, then you have to have at least 24 credit points in computer science, programming, and so on. So these are the requirements for you to read really carefully. So here we have also information what is the basis of the evaluation. In this program, there are 2 items, the motivation letter and your average grade in bachelor studies. Here you can read the motivation letter requirements. As you can see, it's quite detailed. So before you start your motivation letter, please read it and write your motivation letter accordingly. So, and it's also quite useful to go through the step-by-step guidelines here, how to submit your online application. There is also some information about the tuition fee reductions, what we have for this program. And at the bottom of the page, there are links to other sources about scholarships, practical information for new students, international student ambassadors, and the contacts of the program manager, study coordinator, and more information. But again, since we are talking about here about the admission requirements, these are all in details published here on that page. And each of our 25 master programs has a website containing all that information.